Love what you do. Love what you do. Do what you love. Choose a job you love and you will never have to work. Work with passion or don't work at all. Do what you love. Love what you do. Okay, enough. Stop simplifying something that may take us a lifetime to figure out. It's not like flicking a light switch. It's fine. Doing what we love sounds very inspiring, and no doubt can lead to an incredible and beautiful life. We'd all like to wake up every morning feeling refreshed, eager to go out and do some passionate, moving, impactful job in which we are the key characters. But is there anyone on earth who feels like that every single morning? Behind the idea of working on what we love, there is a strong, imposed, and unnecessary pressure. Not only do we need to find an industry, role, and position that challenges our creativity, and that is perfectly connected with who we are, what we want, and hope to learn. Not only do we need to find a place to do that, a company, an organization, or if it doesn't already exist, create it ourselves. Not only we're forced to make this choice at the age of 17, with just a few years to correct any errors and change course before turning 30. Not only do we have to feel capable of doing that same job for many, many years without getting bored, always renewing the challenge. Not only do we need to know how to sell our talents, sit through thousands of interviews competing against other people, and not feel frustrated after 200 emails that get no reply. Not only does that job need to satisfy us financially, socially, and mentally. On top of all that, we need to love it. If you're watching this video, most probably you weren't drafted to go to war at 16. If you're a woman, you weren't forced to skip education and stay at home to look after the children. You don't have to choose a profession on the basis of a so-called family mandate. You may have started and quit different careers, and probably no one ever left you just because of that. Being part of a generation that allows itself to be sensitive is amazing. Nowadays, we have a lot more choices than any other generation before us. That's why we're told, or we tell ourselves with Hollywood-style ease, that we have to find the job we love. As simple as that. As hard as that. As if being able to choose something was just a matter of finding it. As if love were a subject learned at school. As if we didn't have enough with enormous pressure of having to meet someone relatively sane, that lives fairly close, that collides with us in one particular place and time, and that happens to be single. Someone we feel attracted to, with whom we have chemistry, with whom we don't have significant misunderstandings, or with whom we manage to avoid irreversible mistakes while getting to know each other. Not just over a few days, but if the relationship works for months and years. Someone we also admire, that challenges us, that we like, that surprises us, understands us, supports us. Someone we can share everything with, and more importantly, someone who can do so in a kind and loving way. The thing is, it doesn't even end there. Besides all that, we also have to hope for the exact same thing to happen to the other person. Oh, love. As simple as choosing, deciding, and living it. As simple as a quote in a mug. Maybe we should just accept that much of our lives will feel more like an Excel spreadsheet than a Disney movie. Maybe the anxiety of trying to flawlessly choose a career out of the 500,000 out there is a bit more complex than a quote over a photo of some random guy cliff jumping into the sea. Maybe love is something that we choose every day, accepting that it might end, but celebrating the feeling when we notice it. And if someday that love does fade away, we should be strong enough to accept that our lives are bigger than just that relationship, that job, or that idea to which we have dedicated so much time, mental energy, talks with friends, and sleepless nights. Maybe one day we will realize that we're no longer passionate about our career, and it won't be the end of the world because of that. Maybe what we need to fall in love with isn't a particular result, but the process of understanding what brings us closer to who we want to be. The feeling that what we do every day leads us to where we want to be, even if it's by 1 millimeter a day. Maybe, rather than finding the job or the person to love, we should start by loving ourselves, with our own fears, uncertainties, and imperfections. That's where everything starts, and the possibilities are endless. Oh, I have an idea for a quote in a mug. Love what you search for, or even better, without a mandate. The beauty is in the search.